is up, everybody? This is Next Impulse. Go ahead, comment, rate, and subscribe. Hit that fucking dirty girl like button. It's been a long time since we said that, but the videos are back, ladies and gentlemen. So, we are going to talk about some reasons why I have jumped from PC gaming from console, and oh my god, consoles are just so dead to PC gamers. And I mean, once you make the jump, you will understand. So one of the reasons is consoles cost money. Everybody's like, well, PC games and gaming rigs, and they all cost money from $1,000 to $2,000 and blah blah blah. Yes. So we're gonna talk about some of those components. Okay, so the integrated graphics with Xbox and PS4 are amazing, and now they're putting out 4K. But PC gamers have been having 4K for a while, and on top of that, 4K is still a relatively new frame rate and resolution. So with PC gaming, it's a whole different world where you can set your own from high, medium, low graphics to a mixture. You can take off certain things you do and do not like. You know, you have so many types of graphics cards. Like you have graphics cards that range from, you know, a couple $100s to ones that are relatively dirt cheap that you could buy and stick into a $500 gaming configure rig. And so you also have to decide if you want, you know, AMD, do you want to go with NVIDIA, and all these different type of graphics. Like for me, I'm sporting a GTX card of my own, and I bought it relatively. The GTX Titan graphics card cost me, God, I don't even remember now, but it wasn't as expensive as a console. But you don't have to have an expensive gaming rig to actually be gaming at a high resolution between 30 to 60 FPS. But there's gaming rigs easily crushing consoles at 120 FPS. But a lot of people are like, well, I want 4K, I want this, I want that. Well, do you want to pay for a console that is inferior graphics compared to the PC? And when they say PC Master Race, they mean every single word of it. There are graphics cards from Radeon like 460 to the Radeon 480 that are relatively cheap, and you can put into a $500 gaming rig, or you can spend $500 with a console and not get jack shit compared to what you can get. And I'm talking about, you're buffing like GTA 5 out to like freaking to like 120 FPS, and you can also get 4K, not with these specific graphic cards, but moving up, but with having a PC, having the interchangeable parts. So let's say the motherboard is getting too old, you change the motherboard. If you feel like you want an SSD over a regular you want an SSD over a regular hard drive, you have those, and you have configurations of SSDs and regular hard drives put together to make for, you know, kind of a wonky fucking awesome gaming rig. And also LED lighting, your cases, you can customize your PC how you want it. So building your PC is like now taking out a Lego set and going to buy that expensive ass Lego set and building the goddamn Death Star. This is what PC gaming in turn gives you. It gives you freedom to choose what type of games you want at all times. It gives you the chance to decide, hey, do I want to play Halo? Halo is now on here. There's games that are way better than what you can get on console. For instance, if it wasn't for PC gaming, Elder Scrolls Online was thinking about making you have a paid subscription on top of your gold subscription that you had. But I moved over to Elder Scrolls Online on PC, and it's free to play now, so I can sit here and play it all day. Mind you, I don't get my characters that I have from the console, but that's perfectly fine with me when I can sit here and play a free game all fucking day. And on top of that, you have stuff like Call of Duty that's coming out, and Call of Duty has got shit canned because the way the PC world perceives it, it's a cancer, to be honest with you. But you have things like League of Legends that are free to play, and you can sit here and go to tournaments and stuff like that, just like you do with the MLG. So I don't understand why people are so stuck on this inferior console, and I'm a big advocate for PC gaming. ever since I switched over. And people are like, oh, it's just because you got a new rig and blah, 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 blah. Well, let's look at it. I can go spend $400 to $500 on the new PS4 Pro that is putting out 4K resolution, or I can just slap in a new graphics card from my gaming computer that I've had built for less than 6 months and go ahead and have it VR ready and have like the Oculus Rift and a better experience at the end of the day. Even though the Oculus Rift can use the controller can use the Xbox controller, but at the same time, Windows understands that they have more than just one platform locked down. For instance, they do have their own PC games for Windows 10. Like Halo 5 was released on Windows 10, and so was Gears of War 4. By the way, Gears of 4 is like very, 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 very stunning compared to the console version. And later on, I can upload some videos showing the comparison side to side. But PC gaming has just taken off. And you think at E3, they're really showing you the console version of that video game? They're not. They're not. Back when like Halo 3 was coming out and a lot of other games, they would show the rendered version from the PC to show you how hardcore it looked. And then you get this shitty console version, like, what the fuck happened to my badass graphics? And on top of that, you know, with stuff like Steam, if you feel like your PC game is not done you justice within 30 days, you can refund it. Let's look at Batman Arkham in the long run. Batman Arkham, oh my god, they did the PC port like a year or two ago when I don't remember the exact Batman that came out. I remember the console version was decent, and I played it on PC and it was slammed. And oh my god, it was one of the most refunded games on Steam. So you're telling me that you want to stick with your consoles and you want to stick with all this, that's perfectly fine. And I understand some people play esports like Nade Shot, and a couple other people are always like, well, I gotta play on the console, blah blah blah. But if you look over on goddamn Nade Shot's fucking shit, he literally has a $7,500 PC that was sent to him. And of course you don't have to pay that much, but that PC is going to rock out no matter what. But PCs are an investment. What we need to do is make a future-proof PC if we're looking at some. And you can go YouTube $500 gaming PC builds that will fucking kill a console real quick. They're console killers. And then you have, I wouldn't understand why anybody wouldn't build their own PC to begin with, because it literally is like a Lego set. I just plug and play. Plug and goddamn motherfucking play. Let's say my graphics card's getting too old, and I'm just tired of this graphics card, and I just need to switch it out, and I want better frame rates, and I can just pull it out and put a new one in. It's that simple. So in the long run, what do you think? PC versus console? Maybe I'm being a fanboy of my own PC that I built. I used to be the Xbox fanboy and been like, hey, look, Xbox 360 has a 3-core HD drive compared to the Blu-ray drive that's expensive as fuck on the PS3. And then I got the Xbox One, and I felt like I was sitting here and I was trapped on my console. But with my PC, I can fine-tune every little tiny fucking detail of my graphics. I can sit here and say, I don't want shadows. Hey, I don't want this. I don't want that. Okay, let's do a little bit of a low resolution and mix it with my high. I can customize my freaking settings till my day and my heart's content. And then let's move over to games like SOTOR. Every time I slap in a new graphics card, it surprises me how beautiful the game keeps turning out that I've played for years. Why do you think people on World of Warcraft are still obsessed with the game? Because yes, the graphics are changing 24/7, the interfaces are changing, but slapping in a new graphics card can handle that, and you can see everything new. So you don't have to give up the games you want. Their exclusive titles are on the PC. There's more titles on the goddamn PC than there is on the Xbox, and that's one of the ways they get you on the Xbox and with the freaking PS4 is exclusive content titles. Really? Well, come over to PC and try it for a day. Try it for a day. Try a game like Warface. Try a game like Warframe or Destiny and all these other games on the PC. They look stunningly beautiful. And don't get content creation is amazing too, because a lot, like, let's take Skyrim for instance. Skyrim had mods that you can download for days. They had a multiplayer for Skyrim way before Elder Scrolls came out on the PC. So in the long run, what do you think? PC versus all these shit? Because they can't keep up. Because they can't keep up. And they know they're in a dying way. And if you feel like, hey, I'm just so used to the controller that I can't switch over. Oh, I'm living testimony that you can still play with a goddamn controller instead of a mouse and keyboard. There's things like XPatter and a couple other mapping programs. Actually, Steam Big Picture Mode allows you to actually remap your controller. So your games that you've always loved. And there's a lot of games that as soon as you plug it in, like DC Universe Online supports controller compatibility. So I wouldn't know why you would just give up the console. What I would tell you right now is go sell that shitty ass console that you have with all the fucking games and try to recuperate all your money, save up and build a $500 gaming rig. Then slowly add to that gaming rig what nice graphics cards, a better motherboard. Just start with a cheap build that's between $400 to $500, and you're probably thinking, hey, I can't afford that. But save up, mow some yards, save up your hard-earned money, because gaming is a culture in its own. And now that you've given up the idea of a goddamn console and your computer becoming your workstation, your video editing, and now, oh my god, you can game like a god. But at the same time, you can get video editing done. A graphics card separates that from the CPU and clocks it at its own speed and does all of its own shit. So I wouldn't know why you wouldn't give it up. Hey, but this has been Next Impulse, just kind of venting on this situation. So go ahead, comment, rate, and subscribe. Hit that fucking dirty girl like button. Tell me what you think. PC gaming versus console gaming. We'll talk to you later. Bye.